What's up, guys? Alright, so today we are going to install the Harmonic Balancer or damper, whatever you want to call it. Just go over the instructions here. There's two ways of installing this damper. One is using a special tool to press it onto the crank, or you can heat it up 250 degrees and slide on that way. You do not want to hammer this on at all. So I don't have the tool. I'm going to use the heat method, heating it up and sliding it on. So this is the brand I got. It's a Summit brand. It's got a lot of good reviews online, so I went with it. It's got a good price. It seems like a really good quality part. Just going over it. It says Pro Street on it. Oh no, that's actual manufacturer. It says it again there. I notice it has 3 markings for timing, so we gotta figure out which one we'll be using on our application. But that'd be pretty easy because I already have the motor at top dead center now. So once we stick that on, we'll know which markings to use. There's the model number, but I'll also post a link below in the description of this damper. Just like all the parts I've been using on this motor, I have the links to them. So this is what I'm going to use for a damper, or harmonic balancer, what you want to call it. Like I said, we're going to heat it up, put a little bit of RTV inside down here on the bottom. Oil, it's got a little oil in it now. I'm gonna put a little more oil in once we get heated up. Clean off this shaft the best I can. Make sure it's nice and clean so we can just slide it right on. Alright guys, it is on. Like I said, got my little torch here. Just heated it up and it slid right on in. I put some bolts in on it so I can torque it down. Torque specifications is 90 foot-pounds. So got her torqued down, put some Loctite on it. Decided to just reuse the old nut. There's nothing wrong with it. It's gonna hold just fine. So there she is, guys. Now I just need to stick my pointer on, which goes on the other side here. Got my nut here. I gotta pull this bolt back out to put it on, but it's no biggie. I just gotta find it somewhere here on my desk. It's up here somewhere. But we're gonna get that cleaned up. Open up the garage door. Hopefully it's warmed up enough outside. And clean all the rust off it. Throw a couple coats of paint on it, then throw it on. Alright guys, Harmonic Balancer is on. Got her torqued down. Got the pointer on. I noticed, or I stayed on I guess on the last video, on this stud here for the timing cover. Well, the whole stud comes out. For this bolt right here is for the ground wire. I think I stated that it was for just holding this down, but it's not. You actually take this whole stud out, it all slides in into the water cover. And I also said about this washer, I said the hole was too big, but it's for this pointer here to the timing cover here, so no need for this washer. But that is done. I'm gonna turn it back, get to top dead center. Looks like I'm gonna be using this one right here, these numbers, and not the other ones. There's 2 other ones on this Harmonic Balancer. There's one here, there's one on top. Yeah, you can see it. So we'll be using this one. I'm gonna get a paint marker so I can mark to use this one. Mark where my 0 is, and I'm gonna mark where my 10 is. So stock timing on this motor is 10 degrees before top dead center. So I'm gonna put it at 10 degrees. That's where I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna get it tuned and go from there. Next, I'm gonna work on getting the studs put in. Alright, so I also went around and cleaned up for the head gasket. Going around with some brake cleaner, just clean all the excess paint, anything. Pretty much this has to be clean. I already did both sides. Everything's looking good, so I'm ready to throw those studs on it. I'm gonna throw a head gasket on. I need to check my piston to valve clearance. I'm gonna do it on here on number 1. It's not quite top dead center. You can tell I need to move it a little bit. So I'm gonna put my studs in, and I got 2 rockers I'm gonna use. Not 2 rockers, but 2 lifters I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use it on number 1. I did the same thing on the other motor. I still need to get some clay, so I need to clay the cylinder here so we can see if we're gonna have any piston to valve issues going on. Alright guys, so I'm gonna be using ARP studs on this motor. Great quality product. So it's gonna be boosting this motor. Gonna go stud and not bolts this time. The numbers for it, it's for 351. These are 1/2 inch versus 7/16 for 302. Just open it up here. Got some packaging, decals, horsepower there. Looks like instructions. Yeah. If I get it open. Yeah, the instructions, pretty much the strength of them, 2,000 psi or 200,000 psi, 1/2 inch. Exchange, warranty. Got us some assembly lube here. And all the fasteners and the studs and all. So, alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started and put these in. Alright guys, I got the studs in on both sides there. Use the ARP grease for them. They're just hand tight. I just got it done checking my piston to valve clearance. And everything looks good. So I'm not going to have any issues with this cam. It's actually I just used some Play-Doh. Does the job. Put a little oil on the piston so it doesn't stick to it. I can just peel right off. Won't leave any Play-Doh on the piston. I've done it the same way on the other motor as well. Worked good. That's just grease. But use the same lifters I made. I use on the other motor. Made them solid so they don't squish in at all. Completely solid rotor, so completely solid lifter, so I get the accurate reading checking this. But guys, the motor's coming along pretty good. Next is throw the head gaskets on, slap the heads on, get them torqued down. The push rods I got they look like they're perfect for this motor. Everything looked good on it. I still need to check it. I need to get me like a quick erase top marker. That's what I did on the other motor. I just highlighted the top part of the valve spring, and just took the motor to a complete turn, let it push the valve down, and it come up, and it should leave a mark where or how much travel it's going to put on that. I'll show you here. So get like a whiteout top marker or a quick erase marker. Pretty much just cover this. You put your rocker on, and you have your push rod here. You pretty much just let it push all the way down and let it come all the way up, and see if where it sits on this spring or this valve. And if it's dead in the center, then it's good. You want very, very minimum play or travel, I guess you can call that, on top of this valve here. But just doing the piston and valve clearance check, it looked good. So I'm still gonna check it to be 100% sure, because you can tear up these valve guides, and with it being wrong. It's gonna be a different video for the heads. Then and once get the heads put on, get all the valve train together, push rods, rockers, and everything. I need to get them cleaned up still. Like I said, it needs to be clean, being all put together. But alright guys, just gonna end the video here. There's not really much to checking a piston, the valve clearance. Just slap the head on. I just put 2 head bolts on, torque them down 30-35 foot-pounds. You don't need anything, you don't need a lot of torque at all to check this. And just put your rockers on, your valve your push rods. You have to use these. Has to be solid. These can't push in while you're checking it, because it kind of defeats the purpose. But that's how I check my piston and valve clearance, and it passes. But alright guys, till next time guys, next video you'll see, it will be on the heads, and be slapping them on. But alright guys, till next time, I'll see y'all later.